everyone, welcome to my channel which goes by the name of Mr. Tinga Africana, and let me first apologize for my video is of very low quality. This is because of being not able to accumulate qualitative equipments, and so as a basic idea here, it is to share my ideas on, or maybe ideas concerning these literary works of which I'm doing some reviews and analysis. So that's what I care much, and so under that circumstance we may go on with our business. And please, I beg you to subscribe, because that's the only way you can support my movement, you can support my work, and so there maybe on future I can accumulate such qualitative tools which could simplify my work. And today on this video we are going to do a deep dive analysis on the book of the Floods, written by John Luganga in the year of 1988. The physical setting of the book, it is in one among the imaginative islands in Lake Victoria. It is an imaginative island in Lake Victoria. That's a physical setting of the book. And time setting or historical setting of the book, it is after independence. Physical setting, it is in Africa, of course, after independence. And so this book, John Luganga has written it just for the under the very basic aim of showing to the world, of telling the world all the hardship, all the oppressions, all the killings, all the setbacks, all the adversities which Africans face with under military dictatorship regimes. And at large, if you will get a chance to read this book, or maybe as we are going on reviewing it, you shall come to learn that it somehow reflects history of Uganda when Uganda was under military dictatorship regime of Idi Amin Dada. You can see, yes. And so there is, maybe you may find other themes in the book, as you may get there is themes of love and others much more, apart from political oppression, massacres, killings, and these adversities which African people face under military dictatorship regimes. If you'd like the video which I've done analysis of this book in Swahili language, you can go down there in the description of this video. You will find some link which may take you directly to the video which I've done the analysis of this very same book in Swahili language. And so, starting with our own deal which has put, or maybe which has made us come onto this video, I shall start with maybe dealing with storyline of the book, so as to bring more understanding before jumping in directly into actual analysis of the book. If you got a chance to read the book, you shall come to realize the structure of this book. The story is divided into 3 parts, and that we may refer them as acts. The first, it is first wave, second wave, and third wave. As I've told you, the title of the book, it is the floods. The floods is water which has gone out of the stream, and so there outside the stream it has tendency of destroying things which may be found in the all over the place in the landscape there out there. So the floods in this book, just to remind you, we are not talking about actual floods of water. No, the floods here, it is political floods which has gotten out of order and started to distract people's life. That political floods is killing people, oppressing people, being hypocritical to the people who has put the particular political leaders into power. And that's the kind of floods which is being referred in this book. So you shall never find any actual floods in this book unless we are talking about political floods. That's political manipulation, that is hypocrisy, that is brutalness, and things like those. in the book, at the book start in the first wave, we are being introduced to the general settings of our story, and also we are being introduced to the main characters together with main themes. As the story starts, we can see there is a person who, an actor who is known as the headman, persuading people, convincing people to board the boat, which will there later on be known as a rescue boat. You see, the government has provided some announcement through the radio that there is floods which is expected to come to invade the place, and it shall distract all the people's settlements and kill all the people who will be found in those settlements. So on the process of combating the problem, the government has prepared a rescue boat which shall take people from the island to the mainland, and so they shall be saved. And this man, the headman, is persuading people to board the boat on time, and is telling people on to count down the remaining minutes before the boat has started to go. And so he is telling them into countdown, hey, 10 minutes remaining to go. The boat will be leaving soon. If you want to save your life, please come to the boat very early before the floods has come, and so we shall be taken to the mainland. Board the boat. 9 minutes remaining. Everyone is being insisted to board the boat. He is telling the people like that, just persuading them to board the boat. And so we are being shown that different people are going in the boat as to save their life. And so this person is giving them some conditions which is not allowed in the boat and which is allowed, and is telling them only you and your blankets are allowed in the boat. Cats will be killed, dog will be killed. So what is not allowed? So people are needed just to go in the boat as themselves with their blankets without carrying anything. You see? And there we are being shown some two children going into the boat, and later on comes, say, person who is known Kyeyun. Kyeyun is one among the main characters again. You can see Kyeyun is such an old man. When he's coming, he is on a rush, like running, and reaching onto the stage there, he falls down, and his bag also, the things which he had put into the bag, and especially clothes, they go off the bag, and so he sees that he has been carrying among the clothes. He has been carrying red clothes. So he starts there to shout. You see. Maybe he start to lament that, hey, today's youth, they don't care about elders. They are elders. You see, he is crying that why they didn't maybe reminded him not to carry a red cloth with him. That brings us to the idea that this person is a local believer and a traditionalist. You see, he believes that if you wear, or maybe if you carry a red cloth during the rain, then the thunder may strike you to death. You can see that's something which is not really, not sure, not true. You see, so there, after claiming there, then the headman cools him down, you see, and pursue, insisting him to board the boat. But this man refused to board the boat as he don't trust that the rescue boat might be the true agenda, as he knows the hypocritical nature of the government. He knows the bad deeds of the government, that the government has been killing so many people around their environment. And so he is wondering, why is now government caring about them? And so he's trying maybe to make that headman also maybe achieve, or maybe realize the hypocritical nature of the government, and so maybe to convince him that that program, that thing, might be aiming to kill all the people from that island. And so he asked him, hey my friend, since when have we started to live in this island? For years and years, we have known when water will come and when will go. So why are we supposed to believe in the radio which has just came yesterday? Yeah, we have lived. Why can't we use our common sense, which has led us for years and years? You see, so he has been trying to open the headman to realize that he also is being manipulated, and the government is using the media to manipulate them. The government is using the radio to manipulate him. Soon, as they continue to talk, you see, there came another person running. That is a fisherman carrying his net and his some fishes into a basket. You see, and he tells him, "Hey, you guy, didn't you hear that when I said that nothing is around in the boat? Then take your things there and get in the boat." You see, that fisherman plead the headman with very by calling him very good names. You see, at the extent of maybe he fails to continue resisting him to get in with those things, as he somehow convinced him that he would give him some bribe. You see, Keyun is watching the headman and started to criticize him, like, "My friend, you're just like them, you're just like others. It's like you change just over a course of time, just by being assured that you'll be given something." You see, so maybe on trying to resist or trying maybe to act anyhow, this headman then tells the fisherman to go back and call the others, so that maybe just trying to make him believe, maybe, or maybe showing the environment like he would allow him to get in with some of the things which he was begging to get in with. You see, when the fishermen leave on the stage, the headman takes some fish and start to eat, and so he give another to Keyun. Keyun, the old man, refuses to eat and says, like, "I don't have that such tendency of eating something which is not mine, and so I don't eat fish anyhow." You see, as the headman tries to insist Keyun to eat and tells him like they have a good taste, Keyun persists with his idea that "I don't eat things which are not mine, and so I also don't eat fish at all." You see, as they continue to talk, you see, the headman become bored with Keyun and tries to force Keyun into the boat forcefully. But Keyun used some tricks and used that net to win out that action, and so maybe he managed to escape from that trick of being forcefully taken into the boat, and so he trapped the headman with that net, and the headman falls down. After, when he get up, he start to tell him a story like, "Hey, my friend, I was a fisherman. You see, I have some techniques. Don't maybe look down upon me. You see, I was such a great fisherman, as people tended to make songs for me, praising songs for me. You see, but one day when I was fishing, I trapped a cob with my net. You see, I had gotten a military man dead body, you can see. So I wondered a lot that who might have killed that military man. You see, we were thinking like and always we have used it to think like we are not safe, but how come even the military people are not safe? Who had killed that person? And that cop was killed, and the secret parts of him was taken out and stuck into the mouth. You see, so he was very afraid like who might have done that, and also he leaped that corpse into the water and never went back to fish ever. You can see from that time he stopped to fish, and he stopped to eat fish, from as he was believing maybe if he goes back to the water, the spirit of that dead person would pull him into the water. You can see that's also local belief. You can see believing in existence of supernatural things like that. You can see. But Headman refuses to hear him out and to understand him. And when they continue to talk, there comes another main character who is known Buogo. Buogo comes there calling out and asking the people whether they have seen Nankia getting in the boat or not. So, hey, has anybody seen Nankia here? Hey, you guys, I'm talking to you. Has anybody seen Nankia? You can see the other people, the other people, especially the headman, says like he has not seen Nankia, and the Keyun tells him like, hey, Nankia is still in her room reading, touching papers here and that, reading to her papers, and she refused to come here down, and she said that she will remain, she will not board the boat. You can see Buogo then pursue go to Nankia to fetch Nankia and insist Kieyun maybe to take a look to reconsider his maybe idea of not boarding, telling like, hey, time is up, time is up, try to board the boat. You can see Keyun somehow is convinced like, yeah, let me check if I can go, but then we are told like he totally refused and he don't board the boat. You can see after there, Keyuni goes to the abandoned bungalow where we are told like Nankia is in there, and there we enter into second wave. The first act ends there. At the second wave, we can see Buogo meets Nankia sitting in the room on the couch. You can see. So they start to talk, and he persuades Nankia to go out and maybe they shall take a rescue boat and go off to the mainland. But Nankia refuses, as Nankia remain critical just as Kieyun, like things when this government has started to care about people. And my friend, we have known when water will come and when will go. How come today your newly built radio starts to manipulate us, starts to tell us what to do about our very basic environments which we know them well? You can see. So Nankia refuses to go, and as they continue to talk, Nankia starts to expose all the bad deeds which Buogo has been doing and the government in general, telling all the people which Buogo has killed together with the government. And you see all these things, though are true, are seem to be accusations, very bad accusation to Buogo, and he refuses. He don't like to continue to hear Nankia speaking about them, and we shall come to learn that it is because of this that's why the boat has been prepared, and so that Nankia and her mother shall die in the boat, just because they know all the bad deeds of Buogo and the government in general. So the boat has been just a false idea. The floods is the false idea, and the boat is just a plan of trying to kill Nankia. And so, together with Nankia, all the people of the island who would board the boat would be also killed. But Nankia refuses to board the boat. You can see, Buogo tries to convince Nankia maybe they would take a private boat, but also Nankia refuses, telling him, you may go and I will just remain here alone. You can see. They continue with those confrontations at the extent of reaching the level of physical confrontation. And on the moment when they are confronting each other, they are on that conflict. You see, Keyun enter the room without knocking, and so. Buogo draws out his pistol and he direct it and shoot it directly to the direction where Keyun was coming. So Keyun falls down, and luckily we come to learn that the bullet missed him. You see, but he had already lost his consciousness laying there down. And so the conflict which was going on between Buogo and Nankia shifts to why Bwogo has killed Kieyun, and Nankia starts there to lament, to cry, and to maybe start to blame. What have you done? Look, you have just killed an innocent old man. What has he did for you? What has he done for you? To you? You see, Bwogo says, hey, even a madman knows what are those for. Why didn't he knock, my friend? He just enters like there is no door. How is he mad? No. So why didn't he know? You see, so there, as they continue to speak in such loud voice, then Kieyun comes into his consciousness, and so direct goes into to his knees and starting to pray to God, and starting to beg Bwogo not to kill him. Like, hey, please, master, don't kill me, don't kill me. Oh, hey, what? Speaking there, all the rubbish, but then they cool him down. You have not died, my friend. Relax, no one is going to shoot you right now, okay? Relax. After they cool him down, Nankia continues with with all the claims which he had over Bwogo. You see, at the moment, Bwogo not liking the point, he asks for drinks, but drinks are not there in the room, so they send Kieyun to go out and fetch for drinks. Something which is also not moral, because Kieyun is just like a father to Bwogo, but Bwogo send out Kieyun to fetch for some water to drink. You see, when Kieyun left, then they continue to speak with Nankia, and through flashback system we are being brought to a background of Nankia, and we see background to their relationship also between Bwogo and Nankia. We come to learn that these two are in love, and also how they met through flashback system, and we are being shown that they are in real love, and they claim that nothing shall do them apart. They shall remain as one forever. You see, but we are being again given the background of Nankia, as Nankia is telling Bwogo that she don't know her real father because her mother was raped by 4 men during the civil war, when her grandfather was out, in the hospital, was sick. You see, then those 4 men came into the house and raped Nankia's mother, and so there is how Nankia was born. So she don't know who is her real father. You see, we come then to learn that as they continue to remember how they met, Nankia again tell the other scenario where some person whom she had known during the first date of theirs, that man was killed by Bwogo just because of 2,000 shillings. You see, just a little amount of money, that man was killed because of 2,000 shillings. And also they return onto the business which Bwogo don't like. They are the truth issues which Nankia is speaking, but Bwogo don't like to hear out about them. You see, he sees like they are just like accusations, you see, and that is the reason why he needs Nankia to be killed. And then we can see after a while, then Kieyun comes back with while in a terror mood. You see, he's being terrified, like, hey, the boat has been shut down by the soldiers and all the people in it have died. You see, so the boat, as it left, you can see it reached some miles away, and so there came some soldiers, shot it down, and all the people sank with it. So you see, Bwogo became surprised, but it is false surprise because he is the one who planned for all the scenario. So he knew what was going to happen, and so he started to raise some false claims like, oh, this will be the Christians' crusades who has been killing Muslims, dragging them out of their businesses and their home, killing them. You see, who are they? Just because boss is away and they think they can do do anything they wish. You see, then I'm going to show them who I am. I'm going to show them like human rights shall be respected anyhow. You see, so I'm going to face them, one man against the southern. So he goes out, tries or pretending to go and face those people who has shot down that rescue boat. So all the people has died. Nankia's mother has died, and all the villagers has died in the boat. When he goes out, then after a while, he come back inside that room, and he got those two, Nankia and Keun. So Nankia asked him, who has this so? Is it not your government people? And so there Buogo accepts that yes, it is government people, government soldiers, you see. And she continued to proclaim like what I was telling you, this government is so hypocritical, so cruel, so brutal to people, has been doing some massacres. It has been killing people without any reasons, you see. So there Buhogo starts maybe to shift the blames to the boss and says, oh, I've been telling boss that give the people what they want, or maybe take some time and consider their needs, you see. But boss has been buying some arm equipments, some arm equipments like guns, and giving to the soldiers. But I tell him that these people, they have to be provided with their needs, with what they want, what they demand from the government. But boss don't listen to me. So at this point we come to learn that Buogo has been every now and then maybe blaming boss for not being a good leader, you can see. But after a while of speaking, there comes four soldiers, and they catch Buogo, ask him his name, and there he set out his name, asking his occupation. It comes that Buogo says like Nankia helps Buogo to answer like he is a chairman of building board. But those soldiers tells Nankia, we are not talking to you, we are speaking to this guy. And that guy also, that is Buogo, again says, I am a chairman of building board. They say, hey man, don't pretend like we don't know you. Are you not the chairman of SRB? That is the military group which has been responsible of killing the people, uh, oppressing the people all around the country. And Buogo has been shifting the blame to his boss, but that it is him who is the boss himself. So Buogo is being taken out, and they realized that he is the boss himself. And so Nankia was being lied all the time when they were in relationship. You can see, as a matter of fact, during this story, you can see like Nankia was pregnant, and so Nankia was trying maybe to propose like Nankia was pregnant, and the Buogo was trying maybe to escape from father duties, taking care to the family, paying out the bills and what. Though Nankia tried maybe to persist like they should not abort the child, and so maybe they shall take care of the child. But Bogo persisted on killing Nankia, as he knows much about him, and so now she was pregnant, she was pregnant, and so maybe she didn't like to be exposed to the public like he is dating Nankia, you see. And during the accusation, when Nankia was accusing Buogo, Buogo tried maybe to turn the table over to Nankia, that if you tell the people my bad deeds, I will also tell them like how you have acquired your fourth degree. You are a pseudo literate person, you can see. As Nankia were told, he was a lecturer at a university institution, and so he was a pseudo lecturer because she didn't have those academic qualifications of being of holding that master's degree. So she bought that master's degree. When Buogo maybe tried to tell Nankia like I would tell the people that you also bought this master's degree, Nankia didn't care for that, and said whether you tell him or not, or you tell the people or not, but I will also make sure that people knows who you are. The killings you have been doing, they are not fair, my friend. So At the end here, we come to realize that Nankia was being lied, like this person was a chairman of building board, but he was the boss himself. You see? So the books end there, and so we may start doing character and characterization part. And here also you shall come to realize there are some themes which has been brought up or carried on with some characters. And coming to the characterization, there are just four main characters who we may discuss here. The first, it is the headman, who was the first character to show up in the play. This man has been used by the government to manipulate people. He was unknowingly used to lie to the people. He tried to convince them to enter into the boat and telling them like they are being rescued, but the issue was not that. People were were on the process of being killed, but also this man was killed with the people. So we can term him to be ignorant because he failed to understand the hypocritical nature of his government. You can see he is a corrupt person. Why? Because he accepted bribe from a fisherman. He don't have film stand because as he failed to persist with the idea of restricting people from getting inside the boat without anything but just with their blankets. As when he was bribed with the fisherman, then he tried to make changes on the idea. The second character, it is Keyun. Keyun is such a brave old man. You can see he managed to realize the hypocritical nature of the government and the false plan or about the rescue boat, and he were able to understand that the government was just aiming to kill people and not to rescue people of that island. So he refused to board the boat. He's such among he's a character who represents those traditionalists people from our contemporary societies, that he believes in superstition. He believes in gods and not in one mighty god. As you can see, every time he plays to the god of death, maybe to the god of what, to the god of what. So he plays, he believes in many gods, you can see. And also he is an educated person, he can be seen to be someone who has not attended school just because of his local belief, believing like maybe the thunder would strike him if he is holding or wearing a red cross. That's being uneducated. You can see about Keyun, we can see he has a film stand. As you can see, he persisted on the idea of not boarding the boat even when convinced with multiple people. And one fact about this person, one last fact which I may tell you, is that Keyun and Nankia was only the two survivors among the citizens of that island. The third character to be discussed, it is better to be Nankia, who is a pseudo lecturer. Why? Because she had bought a master's degree, so she didn't qualify for being a teacher at university level, and so she is such a patriotic person. Why? Because she cares about the freedom of people in general. See, when she won a prize, as she was the first woman to achieve that level of education, she was given some money, and when asked with the journalists what would she do with that money, she told them like, I would take this money to Rhodesia so as to help those freedom fighters. Though the journalists themselves thought of those freedom fighters to be terrorists, but she told them like, they are freedom fighters, they are fighting for their freedom, and that is their country. When told like they are distracting some infrastructures, she answered them like, that is their roads, their railways, their trains, they can do whatever they want over their properties, that their properties which has been acquired with their sweat, you can see. So that is Nankia. Nankia also is in love with Buogwa, and so she would like to see like people are being treated good, and she would like to see human rights are being respected in her country, as long as she plans to expose Buogo to the people about all his bad deeds, together with government's deeds and sees, like, the reaction of the people would decide whether Buogo would also expose her, like she had bought her master's degree. She don't care. You see, that is Nankia. Nankia also is one among the women's who represent the other bigger group of women in our contemporary society, of maybe being good advisors. As you can see, she advises Buogo maybe to try to maybe invest those money the money which she is acquiring from the country. She tries to maybe try to tell him, maybe, hey, you would invest this money in your country, and maybe they shall have some returnings there outside the country where you hide your treasure. You see, there is no one who knows where they are, and you see, when you die they will get lost over there. Why don't you just bring them here in the country? And why don't you have some children, or even a one child who shall inherit your things? And something which was just like prophesizing. Then Buogo came out to be taken, or maybe he was taken to prison by those soldiers without telling anyone where is his treasure. You can see. From Nankia, we have another character, that is Buogo. Buogo is such a corrupt person, hypocritic, and he represents hypocritic nature of African governments. He is a brutal person, as he kills people without any sound reasons. For example, he killed someone just because of 2,000 shillings. He's such a liar, womanizer. Why? Because after he impregnated Nankia, he wanted to kill him just to escape from father's duties. You can see, Buogwa represent hypocritical nature of African countries, and those leaders who are doing bad deeds to the people, but pretending that they are not them who are doing so. They are hiding back, telling people like they are not the one who are giving orders upon the killings, upon all the bad decisions. You can see, that is Buogwa. One last additional character, that's a fifth character, is Nankia's mother, who has been raped, and so where she bore and that's how she bore Nankia. You can see she represents those women who are being oppressed and humiliated in our community. You can see, from there, you can see every character carries more than two themes, and so you may get themes which may be found in the book. And so the important thing is to discuss about styles and techniques. Styles and techniques is the simplest part when you are doing analysis of plays. Always, any play shall have these following styles or techniques. One, the use of dialogue or conversations. Any play have dialogue, because throughout the book there is conversation going on. The use of stage directions. This is to tell us about physical setting, the mood, and the appearance of the characters in the story. So every play has stage direction, and it is the second important crucial style. The third style which you will get in every play, it is imagery. So many things I've been telling you here are put on imagery form. They are based on mental picture, trying to bring you into a real experience of some things which comes to you to be imaginative ones. You are being taken to the boat. You are being taken to the moment when the boat was sinking down. You are being taken to the moment when Bogo was killing a man just because of 2,000 shillings. You are being taken to the moment when Kieyunu is being shot and fell down unconscious. All those are imaginations. And let me remind you, imagery is of five types. You may build a mental picture which is based on smell, based on citation, seeing, or based on hearing, or based on taste, and the last based on touch. All those are types of imagery which one may create. Another basic technique here, it is the use of flashback. Flashback is being used to tell the background of characters and the background of different events, just to know how they begin and so on. So for example, in the book, you can see we are being brought to the background of Nankia by using flashback technique, and also we are being told about how Nankia and Bwogo met just by using flashback also. And the last technique which I may give you, please let us find it into comment section. There are so many techniques being used. I've just mentioned those which are compulsory, found nearly in every play. If you look there in this book of the floods, it was there nearby. I don't know if I can reach it. This book has so many techniques. There are things like irony, things like exaggeration, exaggeration. For example, exaggeration. It is the when we are being told about how these people were killed. You see, they are the use of exaggeration and much more techniques. There are so a lot of them. If you get a chance to read, please we may share in the comment section. Until next time, I say bye bye, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.